everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, and we are back with Vesper. Today, we're continuing on the main story quest, so let's get into the Ocular. I'm excited to continue on with the main story. I kind of forgot about what's been happening, so I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so you've come at a most opportune time, my friend. I've made something of a breakthrough in my research on the soul and a means to return the Scions home. I trust you too have been making good use of your time. Yes. Ill tidings from the source, you say? Then I will summon the others that we might all be apprised of the situation. I forgot we're in our Christmas outfit. We look silly.
Now that we are all here, what news from the source?
Well, things are going to shit.
A new Ultima weapon. We must count ourselves lucky that Gaius has pledged his assistance.
Yeah.
While this is indeed a worrying development, I think the state of the Empire as a whole greater grounds for concern.
Yeah. Thought their head.
With the Emperor slain and Xenos returned, it is impossible to predict how matters will unfold in Garlemald. The Ultima weapon may be but the first of many unpleasant surprises.
The situation beareth closer observation, of that there is no doubt, and doth compound our need to return unto the source.
Then let us address that issue. Our long search for a means to see you safely home may well be nearing its conclusion. Thanks in large part to Urianger and Beklug's invaluable insight, we have succeeded in fashioning a vessel for the journey.
Ah.
We set out to create a crystalline container retaining the more useful properties of white aurosite, but without its regrettable limitations. And after a good deal of trial and error, we made one.
How do you know it
Arc
works?
for soul and mind both, that will allow your incorporeal self in its entirety to be ferried between worlds. A spirit vessel, if you will.
Interesting.
However...
Oh, here it comes.
However,
Though the vessel is possessed of the requisite qualities to hold mind and memory, it wanteth yet for a means to receive of them. For that, we must needs imbue it with the Exarch's innate gift.
A gift that lives on only through the blood of the Allegan Emperors, which certainly does not flow within aurosite or any other crystal.
I need something to Allegan.
Just so, milady. The blood serveth as a conduit of sorts. In its absence, memory cannot pass from mind unto mind, nor from flesh unto crystal.
That being the case, we must either alter the process of inheritance so as to require no such thing, or determine a means by which my blood may permeate the vessel. I am hopeful that the records found within this tower will yield the knowledge we require to pursue one or the other of these avenues.
As well you should be. The Allegan's body of etherological research is extraordinary. I can scarce believe it the work of ages past. But its underlying principles are not so very different from those of my own field of study. Given time, we will find the answers we seek.
I wonder if we'll do more with Allegan, in the future expansion. Like find out more about them and the
I know that you couldn't afford
dragons.
to wait, and it pains me that I must ask you to do so. I can only reaffirm my promise to you that a solution will be found. Whatever it takes, I will see you safely home.
Uh-huh.
My apologies.
Hello, Lena.
I do hope you haven't come to tell us that mortal peril fast approaches.
No. I had hoped to speak with the Warrior of Darkness. But there is no need to cut short your meeting on my account. I will be waiting outside.
Okay.
Why not speak in here? She knows I don't mind. Unless she didn't want to.
Oh,
Perhaps I
Graha.
might accompany you. Though I am woefully ill-qualified to assist in the Exarch's research, I may yet be of some use to Lena.
I don't like that Graha's like, oh, she doesn't want to talk in front of me. Probably about you, Graha. Elfino? I must confess, while I enjoy my fair share of scholarly research, it will be good to step outside for a spot of fresh air. Now then, shall we go and speak with Lena? What's he have to say? He's in thought. It may simply be my imagination, but Lena was rather brusque with me of late. You don't suppose she's still upset over the mishap with the salmon fillet, do you? Oh. She's probably worried about you, bud. Lena. We have little time, so I will be brief. A Sin Eater has been sighted in Lakeland, and I ask for your assistance in slaying it. Sin Eater? I had heard some few yet remained after the night had returned, but perhaps we should call the others. That will not be necessary. It is only one single Sin Eater. A simple task for our guard, I should think. That said, I believe fighting alongside the Warrior of Darkness would be a valuable experience for them. These can lead to complacency, and they gain nothing from an easy victory. But you do not underestimate your foes, however harmless they may seem. My men will do well to learn from your example. Let's be about it then. Excellent. Then let us make for Fort Job. Do 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 do. Go to Fort Job. Why didn't she want to say that in front of the Exarch? Is she really mad at him? Probably bring it up with her. You could wait here for a moment. I will gather the others. You may not remember, but you have met these soldiers once before, though only in passing. Long have they awaited the opportunity to fight at your side. I was at death's door the day after the Sin Eaters attacked. If you and yours hadn't come along, I'd have likely stepped through. I wouldn't have been alone. Your courage and selflessness is something we will aspire to. Excuse me. I too was there that terrible day. My friend was transformed into a Sin Eater before my very eyes, and I had no choice but to cut her down. The thought of returning to the field, of holding a blade again, it filled me with dread. But that is no way to honor her or my comrades, and so I have returned. I swear I will not let you or anyone else down from this day forward. Sorry, I had to take a drink. Pleasure to meet you, miss, truly. Seems like only yesterday I watched as you took flight astride an Amaro to go and save the Oracle. Strange to think the Ulmoran soldiers we once locked blades with are now on our side, and we will do our utmost to keep the peace here in Lakeland. We seem to be missing one. Oh, hello. My apologies, Captain Lena. An elderly gentleman asked that I escort him to Clearmelt. It took longer than I anticipated. I'll not begrudge your desire to help those in need, but a soldier must be punctual, especially when we play host to honored guests. It won't happen again. The name's Thaler. I'm sure you don't remember, but we met once before in the infirmary. Oh, hello. I asked you to deliver a message to the Exarch and the Warrior of Darkness. Little did I know I was already talking to her. Don't give up. Don't give in. I keep those words close to my heart, and the boundless, beautiful skies above serve as a reminder of their importance. My friend got to see the knight's return shortly before he passed. He left this world with a smile, satisfied with a glimpse of what was to come. But there are countless others who weren't so fortunate. They gave their lives for the promise of a future they'll never know, and so it falls to us to do everything we can to fulfill that promise. No matter what happens, we won't give up. We won't give in. Yeah. Your heroism has inspired all of our guardsmen in much the same manner. Our scouts at the northern staging point have not had the pleasure of meeting you in person. Let us not keep them waiting. Okay. My gorilla! Oh, there is a new one of these quests going on where you can get mounts and stuff through tombstones or regular tombstones. I may or may not grind some stuff out, I don't know. There were some cool ones in there though. They've killed the leader.
Did you slay this eater? Your orders were to await the main force before engaging.
No, Captain. It wasn't us, I swear it. A man came out of nowhere and cut it down before we knew what was happening.
Really?
By himself. Certainly it is no light warden, but nevertheless.
It's true. Felled it with a single swing of his axe, he did. I've never seen anything like it.
Uh-oh.
So I says to him, who are you, the warrior of bleeding darkness? And he says, no, I'm a warrior of light. And that was it.
Huh.
Buggered off as quick as he came.
Yeah, we're like, what?
A warrior of light? Why would someone go around calling himself that, though? It was those bastards who caused the flood.
Oh,
I mean, if you were going to pretend to be anyone, it'd be her. The warrior of darkness.
Hey? Oh, I didn't know. It's an honor.
Hey, yeah, the honor's mine, man. Watch out!
Since the Eater is no longer a threat, our work here is done. Return to your posts.
I remember who the warrior of... I get it.
To fight at your side today. And I'll continue to follow your example. And may we meet again.
Yes, because your voice is amazing. What a cutie.
I apologize for the wasted journey. It seems I overestimated the threat.
Oh man, we got a good piece of information from that.
As for this warrior of light, I do not know who would be brazen enough to take that mantle for his own. Whatever it may once have meant, it is forever tainted by the association with the Flood. The Exarch told me the truth of Ardbert and his comrades' deeds, and I am aware they played some part in your own triumph. But to most, they are synonymous with the calamity that befell this world. Still, if this man is minded to destroy Sin Eaters, I may forgive him his unfortunate choice of alias. But that is neither here nor there. I thank you for accompanying me.
With that concluded, shall we return to the Crystarium? There is a proposal I should like to make.
Okay.
Forgive me. There is one more thing. A personal concern of mine. I had hoped you might have a moment to speak privately.
Take your time. I shall go on ahead.
Yeah, that means shove off, Alpha. No. Kind of invited yourself along anyway. Okay, Lena.
I will not mince words. This matter concerns the Exarch.
Yeah, why are you being kind of brusque with them?
Though his countenance belies his age, his demeanor never has. He has seen more than any man should and grown ever more weary with time. But I see I give the wrong impression. While it is true he attempted to open a letter with a salmon fillet the other evening, we are not here because I suspect his mind is deteriorating. Nor do I believe him to be so maddeningly unconcerned by the prospect of his own death as he once was. Indeed, the opposite is true. It is for this reason that I seek your advice.
Okay.
Since he returned from the Tempest, the Exarch is not as he was. He seems a different man. A younger man. I know not the details of his research, but when I saw him at work recently, there was a glint in his eye that I had never seen before. He looked happy.
Aww.
It was as if he had peered into the future and for the first time found joy there. Though it gladdens me to see him thus, I wonder if I should not keep my distance.
Oh,
I fear
that's
that
why.
my presence will only anchor him to the past. Remind him of all the pain that came before.
Girl, no. He thinks of you as a granddaughter, man. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be. He's lost without you, you know. You already. Anchors keep us where we have chosen to be.
Is that so? Then perhaps we might remain as we were. As we have always been. What a relief.
Aww. Yeah, you should go talk to him, like, right now.
In that case, I will have to speak with him about the amount of time he is spending at work. This research is important, I know, but if he refuses to consider his own health, I will have to consider it for him.
Good. Good for you. Oh, that was so sweet. I liked that. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. I will not keep you. You and your comrades have much to discuss. I will see the others back to their posts. Bye. Speak with Elfino. Where is he? Back in the Crystarium. Back in the Crystarium. Do. 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 Man, that's gorgeous up there. Not her. Not her butt. I mean, I meant the crystal tower. That in there. The others were quite shocked to hear of what we found in Lakeland. But now that you're here, there's a proposal I should like to make. I have been spending a great deal of time in the Cabinet of Curiosity, and of late I had noted more and more people perusing books on history, the years leading up to the Flood in particular. I suspect they wish to know about the Warriors of Light, as well they should, but nearly everything I've come across describes them as sin-eaters or worse. Regardless of whether or not this Warrior of Light is who they claim to be, I worry that their sudden appearance, in conjunction with this renewed interest in their predecessors, may lead to growing unrest and fear. If the people of the Crystarium seek the truth, I say we give it to them. I too can attest to the falsehoods found within full many of the Cabinet's tomes, with nary a mention of the noble deeds of Ardbert and his comrades. To be fair, they bear some responsibility for the flood, but when the tale is told again and again over the course of a century, I'm not surprised to see their roles distorted and them painted as villains. Were it not for the records stored within the Crystal Tower, I would have had no reason to question the narrative. Unfortunately, that knowledge was of no use, for when I arrived here in the first, their reputation had already been irreparably tarnished. That said, there still remained those who worked tirelessly to defend their good name in those early days following the flood. Considering all the good they had done, I find it a wonder they needed defending at all. They brought to justice the man who misused my knowledge to bring about the fall of Voibert. That such heroes could be spoken of in the same breath as sin-eaters is absurd. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but as time passed, those who knew firsthand of their deeds dwindled. In the end, only one truth remained, that they were the cause of the flood. Dang. With the world on the brink of oblivion, it was all too easy for the Warriors of Light to become villains deserving only of resentment and hate. At that point, the truth mattered little. It would not change their lot. Thanks to all of you, however, their lot has changed, and now they may heed the long-forgotten truth. You claimed it was Ardbert who helped you overcome Emmett Selk, correct? Such a revelation would do well to sway the hearts of those who know him only as a villain. I have shared this with a select few, but one and all must be told of his sacrifice. To that end, I say we proceed with Elfinos' plan. We call together the people of the Crystarium and recount to them the true tale of the Warriors of Light and the flood that followed in their wake. Okay. Well, what say you, Vesper? I wish we had done this sooner. Ardbert deserved better. In hindsight, I agree, but better late than never, no? Exarch, might I ask you to continue working with Beck-Lug on our means of returning home? The rest of us will see to gathering the people of the Crystarium in the Exerda. We have to reach out to anyone and everyone who might be willing to lend an ear. With any luck, word will spread and more will accompany them. Alright, go spread the word. Bum, bum, bum. Dude. Oh gosh, we're all over the place here. Let's go down here first. Glenard. Well, well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Whatever it is, I must ask you be brief. The night returned, visitors have been flocking to the Crystarium, and I find myself too busy by half. I don't mind it, though. Seeing the stairs so full of life and excitement, one can almost forget the flood ever happened. Warriors of Light. Yes, the Exarch has mentioned them before, but everyone knows them now as the cardinal virtues. Or are you suggesting there's more to it than that? Well, you've yet to steer us wrong, so I'm willing to hear what you have to say. Yay! Alright, let's head over here. Down there. Oh, right here. Braggy. Come to browse wares in the markets, have you? Well, I can guarantee you'll have no trouble finding what you need, whatever it may be. Under Yulmor's new leadership, trade has never been more prosperous. Word is that fellow from Daedalus Stoneworks has taken over as mayor. Did he really? Little wonder business is booming the way it is. I imagine it won't be long before all of Norvrant reaps the benefits. But you've not come to talk about the market. Something on your mind? I see. The Exarch did mention they had something to do with your returning the knight to Norvrant. Alright, consider my interest piqued. Okay. Then up here. Do. 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 Man. Every so often, like, the music just hits in a certain way, and I'm like, I love this game. Although, I will say that I've been feeling lately like I want to give it a break. Not on YouTube, but in playing it outside of YouTube. And I think that's the good thing about this game, is that it won't feel like I'm behind, or like not doing what I'm supposed to, and that's still okay, so... Vesper, my, what a wonderful surprise. Though I hope your being here doesn't mean someone's been hurt. Thanks to you, I've had far fewer patients coming through my door of late. Which is a shame, come to think of it. I've had fewer opportunities to test my new medicines. I jest, of course. It's actually been quite pleasant to have a few moments to myself now and again. The truth about the Warriors of Light, but the Exarch has already spoken with me about them. Well, if there's more to the tale, I'd very much like to hear it. Okay, there's that one. Now, we gotta go up. Cedra. Up to this one. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Singing for you guys. Back to you. Catless, Everdeen. Well, well, what a coincidence. I was just reading over a letter I received from Grenold long ago. He says a visitor from the Crystarium found him at the bottom of the ocean, and that she inspired him to reach new artistic heights. Well, I can only think of one person capable of both feats, though I'd say the latter is far more impressive. To think fate could bring the two of you together in such a place. I'm sorry? You mean the Exarch didn't tell us the whole story of the Warriors of Light? Well, whatever's he's left unsaid, I'm all ears. Okay, and then one more. Do 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 do. You. Nope. Wrong way. Okay. No, this can't be. Surely there is at least one book here that does not cast the Warriors of Light and their deeds in such a negative light. Oh, Vesper, forgive me. The Cabinet of Curiosity has been bustling with visitors of late, but I fear a repository lacks the further knowledge they seek. People wish to know the truth of the Flood, of the Warriors of Light. I've searched high and low, but alas, every account portrays them as no better than sin-eaters, abominations worthy only of scorn and resentment. I know they were not always judged so harshly, yet I can find no proof, and I dare call myself a librarian. You would address the people and tell them the truth of the Warriors of Light? Of the Flood? How wonderful! You've regaled me with the tale once before, but I should love to hear it again. Oh, and you may be assured I will not come alone. Right, sick. Oh god, that made my stomach drop. I think because I looked down there. Alright. Where to now? Up here. Oh, I think I remember what's about to happen. I'm mad about it. There you are. Between the four of us, I dare say we've swept the Crystarium from top to bottom. Now we need but wait for the people to gather. Look at all of the people that came.
Yes, this looks to be nearly everyone. Let us begin, shall we? Though I am usually the first to hold forth at such events, I think on this occasion that honor should fall to you.
What?
They
I
would
never
be
give
more
speech.
inclined to take the word of the Warrior of Darkness.
Indeed. In light of the subject matter, who better than thee to speak these truths?
Hmm. Giving a speech. Like, what a sad story it is of them. Like, to think themselves heroes the whole time. They're actually bringing about ruin just by helping people. Poor Ardbert. Oh. I got teary-eyed.
Wicked White. The Warriors of Light did all that?
Yeah, they did. Ooh, that one hit me.
So they never... I mean, they only ever wanted to help. And when everything they'd done turned to ash, they still carried on.
Yeah.
They gave everything to stop the flood. First their lives, then their souls. And they managed it too, in the end. They saved us. And we cursed their names.
Ooh. I got hit in the feels. Ardbert holding out his axe.
Clearing the air.
Oh. God. Excuse me? Uh-huh.
Impossible.
You can see him too?
I definitely see something. You don't think it's a ghost, do you?
Or does Urianger see him?
Yonder standeth no bloodless apparition, but a warrior of light and darkness both. Ardbert.
Okay.
What in the world?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's you! The one who slew the Eater!
That it should be the Warrior of Darkness who brought the truth to light. You've saved me a fair bit of time. Though I have a few words of my own to say, if I may. People of the Crystarium! I am Ardbert. One of those you know as a warrior of light.
Oh, gosh.
That's impossible. You should be dead.
I don't think Ardbert would, like... We know that Ardbert would not do this, you know?
That I should. But as the world has been given new life, so too have I. I know not why I, and I alone, have been gifted this chance. But I do know this. Only by the will of the star itself could such a miracle come to pass.
Oh, BS. More like,
The hero who stands before you now, the warrior of darkness, is not of this world. And the day will come when she must return to her home.
Did people not know that?
But this land is our home. And if it is to remain so, now and forevermore, it is we who must protect it.
I mean, he's not wrong on that front.
The time to rely on saviors from afar has passed. It is you who must rise. You who must become The new Warriors of Light!
Uh-huh.
What? Us? Warriors of Light?
None of us were born heroes, my friend. I was only ever a man with a thirst for adventure.
I
But
was
wherever
so
my
upset.
journeys took me, I was invariably confronted with the same choice. To lend what aid I could to those in need, or not. And I always chose the former. Any one of you could do the same. All you need is the will to help your fellow man, and the resolve to see it through.
Yeah, we don't. None of us trust him.
From thine own lips did we learn of Ardbert's fate, and by thy countenance I gather thou art not inclined to recant thy testimony.
No, that's not my Ardbert.
Whosoever this man may be, his words hold truth and resonate with the citizenry besides. For us to voice our doubts here and now would serve but to sow disquiet. 'Twere better we retired unto the ocular and there discuss this matter in private.
Go. I will stay here and watch.
Okay. That's not my friend. That's so pretty. That's what I was trying to see earlier. So he's inside watching.
So, that is a warrior of light of the first.
In visage only.
I've not had the pleasure of making his acquaintance, but as you all seem to be in agreement, I gather this is no simple case of mistaken identity.
As far as I was able to discern, that was indeed Ardbert. It has been a long time, but not that long. Could he truly have been resurrected as he claims?
I mean, why don't we take him... I wouldn't want to do that to Seto. I was going to say, why don't we bring Seto out and be like, is this your Ardbert? But I wouldn't want to do that to Seto. No, absolutely not. We're very mad about that.
Ardbert did entrust his very soul unto thee. I see no reason to question thy judgment.
Nor I. To my eyes, your ether burns as brightly as the day you slew Emmett Selk. That is proof that he is with you still.
Yeah. He's with me. I'm gonna
Yet
cry
that which
again.
standeth now before the people is far more than a passing imitation. I am reminded of the cardinal virtues, though a sin-eater he is not. Which leaveth but one plausible explanation.
What's that?
That he is an Ascian.
Oh. Oh. Which one,
Given
though?
their fondness for posthumous possession, I would have to agree. From what I understand, the Warriors of Light were laid to rest in Yulmore by those whom they had aided in life. At the time, some few still remembered them as heroes. Needless to say, 4 of them were subsequently exhumed to serve as the virtues. And if one knew where to look, Ardbert too would not have been difficult to find.
Assuming then that this is indeed the work of an Ascian, my mind inevitably turns to the last remaining paragon to survive the Sundering.
One.
Elidibus.
Oh, that's right. That stinky bugger.
Xenos hath reclaimed his own flesh is known. Thus evicted from his borrowed form, and cognizant no doubt of Emmett Selk's failure here in the first, 'tis quite possible the emissary chose Ardbert for his next vessel.
Interesting.
Inhabiting the flesh of the fallen. My, that is unsavory. And they do this often, you say?
Yeah, quite a bit.
Verily, for they possess no corporeal forms of their own. In what one may term their natural state, none save those gifted with the echo can perceive them. Indeed, when Elidibus intruded upon the waking sands, his presence did go unmarked by all save Nymphilia and the Warrior of Light.
Oh, that's true. So I've been playing the game back through with my mom. I got my mom to play, and she just got to the part with Nabrialis. And it was kind of he had a line where he said, remember when Midgardstormer, like, took away our blessing of light from Hydaelyn? And said, oh, the seal's been broken. Because I could not, the only people that could enter were, like, unsundered paragons or whatever. Like, he had a line, something along like that. Because Elidibus could just come in. But for some reason, Nabrialis couldn't until we were no longer the Warrior of Light. Now that makes sense.
On that occasion, I myself remained ignorant of his coming until after his departure.
Interesting.
It was only at a later juncture, when he deigned to appear before me in borrowed flesh, that I was finally able to take the measure of him.
I see. Because he said they are of this world, and I am not. So Nabrialis did not take a flesh form. He took his true form. And Elidibus, when he first came, took his true form. Now he's taking a flesh form. Interesting.
In such puppetry do the Ascians engage when they seek to influence the course of history.
And they have gained much by it. Emmett Selk single-handedly built the Garlean Empire in this manner, while the Hebrea came close to conquering Eorzea, having taken possession of Thancred's living body.
Interesting. Okay.
Yet it must needs be noted that the Ascians cannot avail themselves of all mortal vessels. For were they able to do so, none would serve as a better pawn than our own redoubtable champion.
Yeah, well, I feel like that could have been, I guess. Let me not spoil
Mayhap
anything.
The blessing of light shieldeth Hydaelyn's chosen from Ascian influence. Or mayhap other forces are at work. We cannot say for certain.
Whatever the reason, I hope it holds true. I dare not contemplate what might come to pass otherwise.
Is it not peculiar, then, that Ardbert's mortal remains should be susceptible, given that he was once a warrior of light? Or did the final departure of his soul make it possible, perhaps? Regardless, to hear an Ascian use him to call forth new warriors of light boggles the mind.
Maybe they want to bring about another flood.
Elidibus hath ever been an enigma, his ostensible purpose being to preserve the balance between light and dark. When he made overtures towards me, however, I was afforded a glimpse behind the mask of the self-appointed emissary.
When he made overtures towards me. Why does that sound so funny?
I shall not defend mine actions, undertaken in pursuit of a better understanding of our foe as either wise or prudent. Nevertheless, what little I did glean may now prove useful. Elidibus possesseth a subtle mind, practiced in the art of manipulation. That he coaxed this star's most valiant heroes as far as the source with naught save half-truths is no trifling feat.
Yeah.
And now I believe he doth employ his skills once more to some as yet unknown end. Though naught is certain, should my suspicions prove true, we shall have need of all our wits if we are to uncover and thereafter thwart his plot.
Agreed. 'Tis plain that simply speaking out against him will not avail us. At best, it would only serve to confuse the people. And I would hesitate to do anything which might tarnish Ardbert's reputation once more, nor yours by association. That being the case, it may be wise to keep a covert eye on this Ardbert's movements, as we attempt to discern his purpose and how best to mitigate his influence.
His performance appears to have concluded. What now? Go back out and follow him?
'Twould appear Master Alphino already hath pursuit in mind, and I suspect one pair of eyes shall better serve our cause than half a dozen. Let the rest of us maintain an inconspicuous distance, for the present at least.
Urianger, you really want Alphino to just be out there by himself with a supposed Ascian? I feel like I should go out there. Do 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 do. Okay. Awesome. Well, we have all of that to contend with now. Ardbert's back in some shape or form. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up here, guys. So I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Final Fantasy XIV online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye, everyone.